An ABC 17 Storm Track weather alert day is in effect for Tuesdays. I'm tracking the threat for some strong storms. We're going to start the week off on an active note as I'm tracking rounds of showers and a few thunderstorms. Might even see a couple scattered storms overnight. I'm not expecting a severe weather threat this evening. Temperatures, though, dropping down to about 52 to start off the morning. Now, getting into tomorrow, it's going to be mild. We're getting up to about 76. We're in for another breezy day. And I'm tracking a cold front that's going to be settling across the area. That'll be responsible for our rain tonight and possibly a couple of isolated storms getting into tomorrow evening. As that lifts to the north, we are going to see even warmer temperatures on Tuesday as we climb up to the low 80s ahead of our chances for severe storms. So this is what I'm tracking tonight. This front that's just north of us, it's going to settle across mid-Missouri this evening, giving us that chance for a few showers and eventually lift back to the north getting into Tuesday, really pulling in that warm and unstable air. Here's what I'm tracking. This is going to take us through Wednesday morning. Our hour-by-hour future track will start it off tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. where we have a couple of showers possible across northern Missouri. Into the afternoon, looking largely dry, getting close to 80 in a couple of spots by late afternoon as winds pick up. I'll also be tracking the possibility of some hail and a couple storms that could develop tomorrow evening. You'll notice our future track not quite picking up on that, so that would be good news if those hold off. Now, getting into Tuesday, I'm tracking even warmer temperatures. We're starting out in the 60s, and we'll have what's called an atmospheric cap, or a layer of some warmer air that's just above the ground that could limit storms from developing at all on Tuesday. But if storms can bust through that warmer air, there's a chance we could have some severe storms by mid to late afternoon, likely after about 2 o'clock. And those will be kind of isolated, similar to what we saw on Friday, but not expecting quite as many storms if they do pop up. They'll mainly have the threats of large up to quarter-size hail, maybe even a little bit larger than that, and a few of the stronger storms and the threat of tornadoes. Now, getting into the evening, I'm more confident in storms developing along the cold front, and that will be late. This is 11 o'clock on Tuesday night. That cold front is going to be moving into our western counties by around that time, with storms firing up along that. And that would pose a damaging wind threat up to 60 to 70 miles per hour with those storms rolling across mid-Missouri late at night. So you want to make sure you have the Storm Track weather app to keep an eye on those alerts and get those overnight. We have a threat for a couple of storms that could pose a hail risk tomorrow night, likely north of I-70, possibly seeing those producing up to quarter-size hail, but it's kind of a low risk, about a 5% risk within any 25 miles of any location. So I'm not expecting anything too widespread, but wanted to give you a heads up on that tomorrow night. Here's the overall risk for Tuesday. This is from the Storm Prediction Center. So we are at a level 3 out of 5 across areas north of the Missouri River on Tuesday into Tuesday night. Likely going to have that risk for a couple of those cells that could pop up in the afternoon, and then potentially seeing that secondary round that moves in later in the evening. So my main concern with this in the afternoon would be large hail and the possibility of a tornado. And then round 2 would specifically be for damaging winds between 60 and 70 miles per hour, along with the threat of a spin-up tornado. So a lot to watch on Tuesday, but behind this system, it's going to get cooler. Our temperatures drop off into the 50s on Wednesday and Thursday. Start to gradually warm up. The weekend's looking great, actually. And Easter Sunday, we should have quiet conditions. I'm expecting a high near 70.